In this system, I'm going to walk you through the important CRM activities and how everyone in the team is supposed to use the CRM. This entire system is designed to make sure that no student inquiries get mixed, every follow-up is tracked, and your team always knows what action to do next with the relevant leads. While I'm explaining, I will show you the actual system on the screen so you can exactly see where everything is and which buttons to press when. Let's start from the very beginning, where the leads come from. Every inquiry that your institute receives automatically comes into the CRM. It doesn't matter where the student contacted you. It could be WhatsApp, Just Dial, Facebook, Google Ads, WhatsApp Cloud, even your personal WhatsApp number. No matter where the students contact you, the inquiry automatically gets captured into the CRM. And whenever a new inquiry arrives, the system automatically creates a lead for that specific inquiry with the first stage called as fresh. Before moving any forward, there are two important terms that we need to understand. The first is lead stage and second is task. Lead status is used to identify admission intent of the lead and task is to check the follow-up schedule. Exactly where these buttons are inside the CRM? Let me show you. Just below the name, you can see these options. These are the lead stages. And where is task? This button right here is the task that you should know. Now let's understand the first stage, fresh lead. This exact stage that I just showed you is the fresh stage. A fresh simply means that student has just contacted you, but no one from the team has spoken to them yet. This is the second stage inside our CRM. Now let's understand the other sub options in this stage and what the purpose of the calling stage is. The purpose of the calling stage is to try to initiate a conversation with the student. When a lead arrives at this stage, there are few possible outcomes moving forward. The call might be busy, so the substage is busy. Phone could be switch off, so the substage is switch off. Phone stage is not responding. Simply means the phone did got connected, the ring happened, but the lead didn't respond to the call. They didn't pick up the call. So that's not responding. And the fourth is call now, which is automatically set up by the system. Do not use this option manually. So while calling the lead, you update the lead status according to the response. One important note, if you see a lead inside a CRM with a stage as call status and substage call now, these are actually the priority leads because the student is ready to talk to us and has actively replied that yes, they want to talk to us. So now let's assume you called the lead and student answered. What will happen next? There are only 4 possible outcomes. The student may say they will visit the institute offline. The second is they will say it's not possible for me to visit in the upcoming time. Can you please schedule me an online meeting? So third they could say is I'm planning to join but not now. The fourth is I'm not interested. So now let's discuss these 4 possibilities one by one. If a student says they will visit the institute, we will move the lead to the stage called visit scheduled. Now here is the most important thing to understand. Whenever you schedule a visit, you must create a task. Let's try to do that with this lead. Let's say Gaurang here says he'll visit the institute. We move the lead to visit scheduled and we click on the task and we say visit scheduled. While discussing on the call, he said he will visit on 11th of March at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. You save this. If you want to add any custom note, you add or you create a task. Now the CRM will automatically remind you on 11th of March that Gaurang is going to visit. Please give him a follow-up call. There is also a part in the system that can show you all the visits scheduled, all the further stages that I will show you later. Once that you have created a task, you have to just mark it as done when the student has visited. The second scenario was the student has said, it's not possible for me to visit. Can you please schedule an online appointment? So the lead was at the calling status and you have to move the lead to the online meet scheduled. And similarly, you have to create a task for online meeting schedule. So the rule here is for every stage, there has to be a task associated. This is the primary rule that you have to keep in the mind. The third possibility after discussion was the student said, I am planning to join, but there is no specific date. So you move the student to a stage specifically named as planning stage. In a discussion with the student, you ask student how much time you will need to decide if you are going to join or not. Let's say student says 1 month. Then you create a custom follow-up after a month, so you can take an appropriate follow-up for the student who was already in the planning stage. And the fourth condition was the student said he is not at all interested. So you move the lead to as lost and reason, which are appropriately listed here according to your institute as not interested. Or you can say invalid inquiry. You have to use invalid inquiry when the student says I have not at all inquired in your institute. So mark with the appropriate lost reason. Now let's move forward with the assumption that the day has arrived when the student visit is scheduled. Now Gaurang has arrived at the institute and you are about to begin his counseling. Now here is just a tip, it's optional to follow or not, but before beginning the counseling, you have to fill up everything inside the CRM which can help your ads target better. You have to fill all the relevant fields. The first field you have to mark for Gaurang is visit done because he is sitting right in front of you. You have to take other important fields of the student, which is email address, the mode of learning, whatever he prefers, the stream he is in, his location, his address, and all the relevant fields which are editable. Similarly, everything will happen for the stage online meet scheduled and online meeting done. After both of these stages, here comes the important question. When is the student ready to join? This important question you have to ask to the student. After asking these questions, there are two possibilities the student will answer on. The first is they will say the precise date they're going to take the admission. Let's say this Gaurang comes and say he will take admission the next Friday. So this lead goes to admission scheduled. And similarly for admission scheduled, there has to be task admission scheduled. When did he say he's going to take admission? He said on Friday. So the question is coming Friday or next Friday? He said next Friday. Next Friday, you have to give him a call at 1 p.m. taking admission. He came and visited me. You do this inside the task. Now the system is going to remind you the next Friday automatically that today Gaurang's admission is scheduled and he was about to come to the institute. You call them. If they're about to take admission today, you take them or you reschedule the admission date based on what they have said. If it's about to reschedule, you have to mark this task as done. The reschedule will happen inside a task and the stage of the lead will remain same. Now, the second condition here was he said he is going to take admission, but there is no date that he said. Without date, the lead goes into the planning stage. Now you just have to add follow-ups to the planning stage based on the student feedback and how much responsive he is without disturbing him much, obviously. And after all these stages, you moved the lead to joined, which is admission has completed. To have a cumulated view where you just see all the tasks which are admission scheduled, only tasks which are online appointment, only task for a specific page. Now that I will show you. Inside your CRM, you will all have this call follow-up clock-like icon. Click on this icon. Here you will see all the important events or tasks that everyone has to complete. Now let's see, you only want to see admission scheduled for tomorrow. You click on admission scheduled, you select all the team members and you see tomorrow. There are no admission scheduled tomorrow. Let's say online meetings are any scheduled tomorrow. Yes, in 19 hours and 21 hours, there are 2 online meetings scheduled inside my CRM. So this is how you can see. And are there any visits scheduled tomorrow? Yes, for tomorrow. And let's see For specific team members, if you want to see only about yourself, keep it to this me, and if you want to see about any specific team members, then select the specific team members from here. This is a way to stay organized. Now, all the things that we have discussed are all the scenarios if everything goes well. And sometimes what happens, the students starts ghosting you. Let me tell you with example. This is a lead who has call connected and everything. They had a visit scheduled, let's say on Friday. So CRM reminded you on Friday that Gaurang is about to visit. You called him, the call went unanswered. You created a new task about the same lead, admission scheduled Saturday. The Saturday same thing happened, the call went unanswered. You tried numerous follow-up. You tried a follow-up on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday. The lead is not answering. Like, you have spoken to them, but when they are asked to visit, they started ghosting you. So in that case, what will you do and how the CRM system will handle? In that case, you don't have to change any stage. There is an option on the screen called as inactive. You have to click on that checkbox and mark the lead as inactive. Inactive leads are leads who has stopped responding. Now the lead can stop responding at any stage. They have scheduled the admission on Friday and they are not at all answering. So we'll just mark the lead as inactive. The important thing to remember here is the stage doesn't change. It only marks the lead as inactive, so the CRM knows the student is no longer responding. So this is the entire workflow that you should follow. Now let me tell you the benefits of following this workflow. Now let's say inside the CRM there are 9,000, 10,000 leads. From those leads, you want to see the leads who have ghosted you at the admission scheduled stage. At that stage, you can try running the retargeting and remarketing campaigns specifically on WhatsApp or Facebook for specifically that stage. So benefit of that is even when the student is not answering your phone calls on the other platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Google, or their personal WhatsApp campaign, they are in contact with your brand, so they remembers about you. These on the screen are your entire lead stages and flow for your admission. Remember, there are 4 hot stages, which is visit scheduled, visit done, planning, and admission scheduled. For all these 4 hot stages, there has to be task created. Without a task, the lead will not get appropriate follow-up, and without a follow-up, the lead will be lost. So to take appropriate follow-up, everyone in the team is responsible to create appropriate task with appropriate date, and everyone is accountable enough to not miss those important tasks. And if the task went unanswered, please reschedule the task and set up appropriate follow-up systems. It's up to the institute and it's up to you how many times you want to take follow-ups at certain stages, but here is a brief guide of the calling stage that we have designed. On day 1, you can make 2 calls. On day 2, you can make 2 calls until the lead is answering. On day 3, day 4, day 5, single calls at any specific timing that you are available until the lead moves to the next stage. And for the hot stages, please have your institute specific follow-up dates and timings that have proven to show you the results. So this is how the entire CRM lead system works. The main goal of the system is very simple. Every lead should be tracked, every follow-up should be scheduled, and every stage in the student journey should be seamless for the students. If you follow this system correctly and everyone from the team consistently update the stages and create appropriate tasks with appropriate task rescheduling, you will never lose the lead and your admission conversions will significantly improve. Anyone who is watching this, we have created a free guide for you that you can attach in the LLMs like ChatGPT or Perplexity or any other AI models and ask your doubts, and that will be answered based on this system. To get the free PDF, link is in the description. Click on it, you will receive it on your email, attach it into the LLMs and ask any questions that you have, and LLMs will clear your doubt if you have about these lead stages.